Hey everybody, Carly E. Mantik back for Module 1 for beginner website copywriting, Level 1. I have some notes open on the other screen. I have everything ready to show you and get you set up for success. So excuse me while I look away, but it's all because I'm very organized and excited to teach you this very focused, very actionable masterclass in 90 minutes or less. So let's get going. First of all, we're talking about writing strategies and getting yourself set up for success. We've all had the experience of inspiration just coming through in random times, like in the shower, driving down the road. It's often when we're doing sort of mundane tasks where our body is in automatic mode that we can let that free-flowing thought come through. So strategy number 1 for you is to make sure that you have some sort of a system to record those genius ideas or downloads that come through. For me, I use an app on my phone, the Notes app, and you can either speak into the app and it records it in words, or you can do a voice note or type it up. But take advantage of those downloads and those insights by always recording them, and have a special notepad document that you add to over and over again as your thoughts evolve and as your ideas grow. Rather than having 50 of them, then you might get unorganized. I suggest having a dedicated place where you record your downloads. You also might be the type of person who likes to have a notepad in their book bag or in their purse. So a journal is another great way to make sure you're always recording these insights. You also probably have a lot of juicy content written on your social profiles. Maybe you have an Instagram account where you write nice captions, or you've shared thoughts on Facebook over the years. Whatever it might be, take 15, 20 minutes, set a timer, don't get too deep into it, and go ahead and copy and paste phrases or paragraphs or things that really, when you read them again, they really light you up and you think, yes, this is me. So we're going to really utilize what's already done by looking into your recent past, utilize your divine inspiration and have a system set up for writing that down. And then we're going to tap into your brand essence and your offerings next. So I'll share my screen and show you the systems that I use on my computer to make sure that all of my downloads and insights are recorded and that I'm organized for how to utilize them. So here I am in a myaccount.google.com interface. The first tool I am going to use, and I encourage you to as well, is Google Docs. But you don't even have to have a Gmail account to use Google Docs. Google Docs is accessible through docs.google.com. And you can see here, this is a brand new account, no text documents yet. But I did create a Google account for my email that's actually hosted by somebody else. And you can create a Google account with any email, and so that you can use all of the Google services easily. Just type create Google account with Outlook or Yahoo or whatever it is that you use. You could even just say create Google account with non-Google email. And you have a step-by-step right here. So I did this just the other day to get a Google account set up for my hello@aeracuracreative.com. And then I have a myaccount.google.com saved to my bookmarks bar so that I can pop in and use this 9-dot icon and easily access by scrolling down docs and sheets, which are very helpful. Free tools for when you're brand new in your business. You can share and collaborate online with clients with the docs, and you can record all your accounting with the sheets. Just keep it very minimal in the beginning. Forms is also a handy one if you ever want to put an application form or an intake form on your website. That's a free tool that you can use. And then there's Drive, a online folder cloud sharing, cloud storage service. The calendar can be handy. And I was encouraged to make my Google account when I wanted to create a YouTube account, so they're linked as well. But today, the single Google service we're using for website copywriting 1 is Docs. So you can access it through myaccount.google.com and going to your menu and getting your Docs, or simply typing docs.google.com. So this is my preferred place to write, because no matter which computer you're on, or you can get the app for your phone, you can always access what you've already written because it is saved via cloud and it's associated with your Google account. So you can log in a library, you can be traveling and borrow a family member's computer. If you want to, flesh something out or add to something that you've written, then you can do that on any computer as long as you can log into your Google account. So you can name your document up here. Let's say website copy version 1, and paste it down here. Now, a handy interface that I always like to use with Google Docs is the summary panel. If you don't see it, then it's just these 3 dots, show document outline. And then I also like to use the heading styles. So if you hover where it says normal text, and I can click title. So the title of my entire document is website copy version 1. And then I can say mind dump. And I can put that as a heading 1, and it gives me a table of contents on the side so that when my document gets very large, I can access it and I can easily navigate throughout. So Google Docs is one of your software to get yourself set up for success. I always recommend keeping all versions of your writing and just, further down the doc, writing version 2, copy and pasting what you like and adding new things rather than deleting your old work. I think it's nice to see the flow, because you might one day want to revisit that initial idea, or maybe you make a version 2 and you suddenly don't like it, you want to revert back. I recommend copying your old stuff into either a new document or further down in the document and doing it that way. So then you can get back to your Docs home by clicking the Docs icon. And there's my very first document in my new Google Docs interface. And I can add new ones. There's templates and all sorts of things in here. And the next thing I think you should download for your writing ease is called Grammarly. And I use Google Chrome as my web browser, but if you don't use Google Chrome, just type Grammarly for Safari, for example, or Grammarly for Explorer, or whatever it is that you use. And then you can find a way to add the Grammarly extension for your browser. So I also just did this, Grammarly for Chrome, and I said add to Chrome, it's free. And then I signed up for a Grammarly account, it's free. And then over here on the top, you can see which extensions are loaded with my browser. Grammarly is in there. So when I'm typing, write a sentence, and if it needs help, Grammarly will. See, it already underlined that. And they're saying change to capitalization will support. So you'll see support it. There you go. So you'll see that that can really help you to just fine tune and clean up your writing. But that comes later. The initial project is to first get all your writing out in a free-flowing way without being too nitpicky about the grammar. So that summarizes module 1, strategies to get yourself set up for success. Make sure that anytime you have inspiration, you have a method and an organized place to write down that inspiration. I suggest getting a Google account set up for Docs, and that you add the Grammarly extension to your website, or your computer, I should say. When you're inspired, write. Don't be too perfectionist about it. Don't think too much, because generally just getting that written word out is the hardest thing for people. So when you have inspiration, write. You can always revise. Just get it out of you. So that's what I'll leave you with for module 1, and I'll see you in module 2 to get into your key focus area.